Okay, so it's Friday night, and I just got off work. And what we usually do on Fridays is I link up with my boys, and we go to the bar, then we go to the club. Now, we choose this particular bar because we get a lot of discounts and a lot of free drinks. It's safe to say we have a good rapport there. I digress. As the night passes on, we're getting drunk, getting food, and we're feeling good, about ready to go to this club. But I had to mention that there was three fine girls sitting on the other side of the bar, and there's three of us. So, as the world would have it, they're looking at us, and we're looking at them. And eventually a conversation sparks up. Fast forward to about 30 minutes later, we mentioned that we're going to the club, and they're going to the club too. So which club are you going to? We're going to the hottest one in the city. And those of you who live in DC in the early 2000s, you know exactly what club I'm talking about. So they're like, ooh, we've never been there. Can we go too? And I'm like, But if we're going to take seashells to the beach, might as well have the baddest seashells we got. So I'm like, we don't know them. And besides, they're driving alone. And if it's whack, we'll just leave. So one of the girls, they said, hey, we don't live too far from here. We'd like to go back to our apartment and freshen up and change our outfit because we've never been to this club and we would love to go with you guys. I'm thinking, this is kind of weird. You don't even know my last name. You don't know any of my peoples. And you're inviting us to your apartment. Why not? We're all drunk. In retrospect, this probably wasn't the wisest decision because we could have got robbed, we could have got chopped up in many pieces, or been sold as male prostitute slaves. You just don't know these days. But anyway, we decided to do it anyway because, again, we're drunk. Now, I want you to think of the baddest person you can in your head and multiply it by 3 because these girls were head-turning bad. I mean, everybody's looking at us in the bar like, how did you get them? Anyway, we're sitting in the car listening to music because we don't want to intrude while the women are getting dressed. So eventually, one of the women texts my mans, and they said, come on up. And so we walk on up, meet them at the apartment, and oh my God.
You ain't say nothing about no visitors coming up in here today.
You ain't saying nothing either. I don't know who these people are. That was the first thing I heard when I set foot in that apartment. Now, the funny thing about this whole thing is, these were not human beings. These were roaches.
I mean, look at him, Craig. He's sitting on the couch. I spent 2 weeks making that nest. He gonna sit and kill our babies.
Oh, I know.
He
Not
gonna
the
kill
kids.
our babies,
Now,
Craig.
we gonna take care of this, baby. Don't you even worry about that. Trust me. I got this. I got you. Ain't nothing gonna happen up in here. I see 3 roaches. One on the couch, one on the chair, and one on the floor. It seems like they were kind of getting the formation together to kind of drive us out. Meanwhile, I don't know if the girls were aware of this or if they're just used to the roaches being there, but I mean, this place was infested with roaches. Not only was it infested with roaches, I see half-eaten Chinese food. I see a styrofoam box laying on the counter, open with roaches in it. I even see a tampon on the door. This cannot be the right apartment. Oh, but it was. So I see one of the girls come out and say, hey, welcome. I'm like, hey, what's going on? And there's this kind of stench. I don't know what kind of smell it was. It just smelled like old, maybe mold or something else. But at this point, I am totally turned off. Yeah, they looking like they don't like this. I think we're going to run them up out of here. They ain't here for this. They ain't built for this. Don't you even worry. That nest's going to be fine.
I love you so much, Craig. We're gonna be all right.
And then one of the girls, as nice as she could say it, was like, hey, would you guys like something to eat? And I'm smiling, looking at her. I'm looking at my mans. They looking at me like, hell no. But in my head, I'm like, hell no. But on my face, I'm like, oh, you're so kind. But no thanks, we ate at the bar. Truthfully, we did eat at the bar. But even if we didn't eat at the bar, I'm not willing to die or play Fear Factor for some food. It's just not worth it. And bigger problems on my mind. Like, I'm thinking, hey, what if we go to the club and we're dancing and she's throwing it in a circle or popping it upside down and like 3 roaches come out? Like, this whole thing is a bust. I do not understand how these fine women who look like this live so dirty. Hey, look at those dudes over there dancing with them chicks. They got roaches everywhere. They bringing roaches in the club. Oh no, y'all gotta leave, roachy boys. Now, I'm not trying to be a roachy boy dancing with these roachy girls. So we need an exit strategy. Stat. I text my mans and I tell him to make up some crazy story of how we need to abruptly leave. So he comes up with the story that his grandma's sick and he needs to go home and take care of her. And we're like, yeah, we got you, dog. We're going to come there with you. And the girls are all like, oh, are you guys sure? I said, yeah, man, family first. But, lock us in and we'll link up some other time. Now, his grandma definitely wasn't sick. And his grandma definitely wasn't living. But it got us up out of there. Now, we're sitting in the car, huddling, like, well, dang, we still wanted to go to the club. We still did go to the club. but we didn't go to the club that we mentioned because the worst thing that could happen is we're in that club and they pop up. We pick a club on the other side of town, and it was the worst club ever. But guess what? There wasn't no roaches there, and there weren't no women with roaches. That whole situation was the worst. Hi, I'm Elijah Lex Harvey, and tune in next time for Queso. Have a blessed day.